na nyamuhia mo se dan ne dan nyina no munya emre na musikonwampo na mo pese da bia mo ye pese Bible mu ene ye topic a ye to aso no am say ye hyase e wo Monday na ne adaso team for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday eba be konkodi bibia ene no Christian and politics. You say, should believers get involved in government? Should believers get involved in government? Also, say agidi for I fair a Christopher mpo omo de anayede ya ho ba hye amansem ana say aban imamu ana say bibia aban no yanso yebetumi ahodu position bi ho no ana eno na ya hwe ho asem na yaka na yenyusu bibia o na wa wonim say a Christopher de bibia no ebezi on the scriptures bibia no o say bibia be bibia no o say yehu e was scriptures ni mu nti say why you ready dia and there was special things for you, your special informations for you. Inti your call big kakra aba. Inti say ba eba twa comedy dia so. Eda masi.
Me person bisa wasem bisa say ye jai amayonsem ema abosomsom fonko a. Nasa wo mo take over our parliament. Nasa wo mo be hwehwe emra bi say ene kwei o Kristo ni bia mensom onyankopon wa ye be che wo se wo sum onyankopon ye bekum na se wo mo start se wo be hwehwe asore dan wo me gugu asore a how will Christians survive ayasem bisa o me bisa wasem okay gina hoy se ye jai amayonsem ema enkramofo na se enkramofo eteki over Ghana ana Africa na se womo eye Africa na Ghana te se Iran obiara eni kwan se o se osom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo achiri na se yehu se wasi asorodan as Christians yekun how will Christian survive? Like in fact enya asem bia me pesa me kan hunahuna but me pesa logically we reason together tienie pa it is very very dangerous say Ghana and say Africa politicians no ebeye abosomsomfo any inkramofo nko a na eya enkofo bebre to be some questions say so for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then me asama me bisa omo say asam no any say so during election no oto aba you know say no baby say is it not politics because you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. Etibinia I very risky to say generally no you be a friend of syllogism you be you soon ya draw conclusion be enya no correct. Never more say you share bibia no say bibi I want the positive side essential I want the negative side but then if we are able to control the negative side now then it help us on the positive side no na yetumi adi inkunim menua when a Christian involved in politics it is the mindset say obedi atro obeka no kore ana obeye die e so oyo na no ena me pese me no ebo enkomo kakra hwe biribio yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 me use NKJV or say when the righteous are in authority the people rejoice but when a wicked man rules the people groan tidie pa or say otinini ni ebedi oman bi so ana kuro bi so a egofo na ni je by then say the anything more than wicked revolve the oya oboneyefo na say say nipa ebedi wo so a menua you groom akwada you see say obefa oyawo mu enu ti asem bisa ni say is it right to say ye betumi a guide ye nuanom a Christopher ebi na wo mo involve into politics ana you can say yes sir na me person bisa wa asem bisa bi so before me to aso are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very, very careful. bɛpɛ bisa wasɛm bisa sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma abosomsomfoɔ nko a na sɛ wɔn take over ɛwɔ parliament na sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ mmara bi sɛ ɛnɛ kɔ yi okristoni biara mɛnsom onyankopɔn wo a yɛbɛkyɛw sɛ wɔsom onyankopɔn yɛbɛkum na sɛ wɔn start sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ asɔredan wɔn bɛgugu asɔre a how will Christians survive ɛyɛ asɛm bi sɛ o mebisa wasɛm okay gyina hɔ sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma nkramofoɔ na sɛ nkramofoɔ take over Ghana anaa Africa na sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ Africa na Ghana te sɛ Iran obiara ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔsom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo akyiri na sɛ yɛhu sɛ wasi asɔredan as Christians a yɛku a how will Christian survive? Like in fact ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ meka hunahuna but mepɛ sɛ logically we reason together tie ne yie paa. It is very very dangerous say Ghana anaasɛ Africa politicians no ɛbɛyɛ abosomsomfoɔ ɛne nkramofoɔ nko a na ɛyɛ nkɔfoɔ bebree tumi bisa m question say so for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then asama me bisa wɔn say asam no ɛne say so during election no woto aba no say aye no be say is it not politics because okoye no you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. Etibinia I very risky to say generally no yebe ya obi bia yefra no syllogism yebe yusu ne ya draw conclusion bia enya no correct na mo wa say yehwe biribia no say biribi awon the positive side esan so awon the negative side but then if we are able to control the negative side now then it help us on the positive side no na yetumi adi inkunim menua when a Christian involved in politics it is the mindset say obedi atro obeka no kore ana obeye die e so oyo na no ena me pese me no ebo enkomo kakra hwe biribio yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 me use NKJV or say when the righteous are in authority the people rejoice but when a wicked man rules the people groan tie pa or say otinini ni ebedi oman bi so ana kuro bi so a ekofo na ni je by then say the anything wicked revolve the oye oboneyefo na say sa enipa ebedi uso a menua you groom akwana you see say obefa oyawo mu edu just mbisa ne say is it right to say ye betumi a guide yenuanom a Christopher ebi na wo mo involve into politics ana you can say yes sir na me pese bibisa wa asem bisa bi so before mbeto aso are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very very careful because the moment I obeka say biribi aye bone no me pese bisa wa asem bisa say yejai amayonsem ema abosomsomfo nko a na sa wo mo take over ewo parliament na so omo bɛhyehyɛ mmara bi sɛ ɛnɛ kɔ yi okristoni biara mɛnsom onyankopɔn wo a yɛbɛkyɛw sɛ wɔsom onyankopɔn yɛbɛkum na sɛ wɔn start sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ asɔredan wɔn bɛgugu asɔre a how will Christians survive ɛyɛ asɛm bi sɛ o mebisa wasɛm okay gyina hɔ sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma nkramofoɔ na sɛ nkramofoɔ take over Ghana ana Africa na sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ Africa na Ghana te sɛ Iran obiara ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔsom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo akyiri na sɛ yɛhu sɛ wasi asɔredan as Christians a yɛku a how will Christian survive? Like in fact ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ meka hunahuna but mepɛ sɛ logically we reason together tie ne yie paa. It is very very dangerous say Ghana anaasɛ Africa politicians no ɛbɛyɛ abosomsomfoɔ ɛne nkramofoɔ nko a na ɛyɛ nkɔfoɔ bebree tumi bisa m question say so for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then me asama me bisa omo say asam no any say so during election no otu aba no say I no be say is it not politics because okoye no you chose between bebe bisa wasem bisa say yejai amayonsem ema abosomsomfo nko a na say wo mo take over e wo parliament na say wo mo be hwehwe emra bi say ene kwei o kristoni bia mensom onyankopon wa ye be chew say wo sum onyankopon ye bekum na say wo mo start say wo mo be hwehwe asore dan wo mo gugu asore a how will Christians survive ayasem bi say o me bisa wasem okay gina hoy say yejai amayonsem ema nkramofo na say nkramofo eteki over Ghana ana Africa na say womo eye Africa na Ghana te say Iran obiara eni kwan say owo say osom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo achiri na say you say wasi asore dan as Christians yekun how will Christian survive? Like in fact, enya asem me person me can hunahuna, but me person logically we reason together. It is very, very dangerous. Say Ghana and now say Africa politicians no ebeye abosomsomfo any inkamofo nko. Now eya enkofo bebre to be some questions say. So for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then me asama me bisa omo say asam no any say so during election no otu aba no say I no be say is it not politics because okoye no you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. Etibinia I very risky to say generally no ye be ya obi e friend sologism ye be you so ne ya draw conclusion bi a enya no correct. Never more say you share bibia no say bibi I want the positive side esan so I want the negative side, but then if we are able to control the negative side now then it help us on the positive side no na yetumi adi inkunim menua. When a Christian involved in politics it is the mindset say obedi atro obeka no kre ana obeye die e so oyo na no ena me pese me no ebo enkomo kakra hwe biribio yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 me use NKJV or say when the righteous are in authority the people rejoice, but when a wicked man rules the people groan. Tiedie pa or say otinini ni ebedi on mind bi so ana kuro bi so a egofo na ni je by then say the anything more than wicked revolve the oya oboneyefo na say sa nipa ebedi wo so a menua you groom ekwana you see say obefa oyawo mu enu just mbisa ni say is it right to say ye betumi a guide yenuanom a Christopher ebi na wo mo are involved into politics and you can say yes sir. Na me person bibisa wa asembisa bi so before mbeto aso are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very, very careful.
Afternoon. Ngwacho omo oneke. Tete. Mzee.
Hello. Hello. That is one. Hello, that is one. Bisa wasɛm bisa sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma abosomsomfoɔ nko a na sɛ wɔn take over ɛwɔ parliament na sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ mmara bi sɛ ɛnɛ kɔ yi okristoni biara mɛnsom onyankopɔn wo a yɛbɛkyɛw sɛ wosom onyankopɔn yɛbɛkum na sɛ wɔn start sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ asɔredan wɔn bɛgugu asɔre a how will Christians survive ɛyɛ asɛm bisa o meyibisa wasɛm okay gyina hɔ sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma nkramofoɔ na sɛ nkramofoɔ take over Ghana anaa Africa na sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ Africa na Ghana te sɛ Iran obiara ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔsom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo akyiri na sɛ yɛhu sɛ wasi asɔredan as Christians a yɛku a how will Christian survive? Like in fact, ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ meka hunahuna but mepɛ sɛ logically we reason together. It is very very dangerous say Ghana anaasɛ Africa politicians no ɛbɛyɛ abosomsomfoɔ ɛne nkramofoɔ nko a na ɛyɛ nkɔfoɔ bebree tumi bisa m question say so for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then, asama mi bisa omo say, asam no any say, so during election no, otu aba, say I. No be say is it not politics because you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. Etibinia, I am very risky to say generally no, you be a friend of syllogism. You be you soon ya draw conclusion be enya no correct. Never more say ya share biribiara no say biribi I want the positive side a so I want the negative side. But then if we are able to control the negative side now, then it help us on the positive side na yetumi adi nkunim. Menua, when a Christian involved in politics, it is the mindset. Say obedi atro, obeka no kre, ana obeye die e so oyo. Na no ena me pese me no ebo enkomo kakra. Hwe biribio Yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. May use NKJV or say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when a wicked man rules, the people groan. What say? Say otinini ebe di on my bi so. Ana kuro bi so a egofo ni je. By then, say the anything more than wicked revolve. The oya oboneyefo na se saa nipa ebe di uso a menua you groom akwana you see say obefa oya wo mu and ɛnu ti asɛm bisa ne sɛ is it right sɛ yɛbɛtumi aguide yɛn nuanom akristofoɔ ebi na wɔn involve into politics anaa ni kwan sɛ yɛyɛ saa na mepɛ sɛ bibisa wɔ asɛm bisa bi so before mbɛtoa so are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very, very careful.
Hello.
Hello.
But what's the name?
But Mr.
Okay. Yo. Yada ashafo ne atiefo ase. Sɛ ɛno nso manyamrɛ na yɛ nyinaa yɛbɛpɛmpɛsɛmpɛsɛ Bible mu na yɛahwɛ sɛ aso ɔyɛ yɛwɔ
Yanko.
Anti yɛba bɛyɛ mpɛsɛmpɛsɛ mu kakra ɛwɔ hwɛkɔnkɔn so na yɛhu sɛ ampa ɛyɛ sɛ okristoni ɔde ne ho bɛhyɛ amanyɔsɛ mu anaasɛ aban mu sɛ ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ MP, ebi wɔ hɔ a ɔyɛ DC, ebi wɔ hɔ nso a ɔyɛ member of parliament, even president ko aso ɛyɛ sɛ ɛdufo ebetumi adi saa adwuma no ɛno na wɔtwe wei a yɛ this week yie yɛahyɛ ase ɛwɔ Monday yɛnam ɛyɛ mpɛsɛmpɛsɛ mu kakra na yɛhyɛ dwumadi ase no yɛhu ɛwɔ Old Testament ne mu sɛ ampa nso yɛwɔ namosɔnfoɔ bebree ɛwɔ Old Testament mu a ɔmo kɔboa ɛwɔ aban mu mpo ɛma aban no mpo ɛkɔ yie nti yɛhu sɛ do nipa eyi ne ho sɛ mepɛ sɛ mɛma nipa ɛhwɛ mo so Onyankopɔn agye to mu ɛnyɛ adeɛ Onyankopɔn wande anto mu na nipa kɔyɛ Onyankopɔn agye saa adeɛ no ato mu ɛno na yɛ first day ne yɛkɔnkɔdu sɛ government system no anasɛ nipa a o govern ne self a oyi ɔno akasa ne king no Onyankopɔn agye to mu nti yɛwɔ so many examples ɛwɔ Bible mu nti second day nipo no ɔno nso anka wɔ sɛ ɛba no network no amoayɛ nti ɛno mpo yɛba yɛsrɛ mo sɛ momfa nkyɛn na yɛkɔ ɛnora no yɛbezi yɛ scriptures no yɛyi yɛ text no ɛfiri Matthew na yɛyi yɛ scriptures no ɛfiri chapter 5 verse number 13 a ɛba 16 no ɛhɔ na ɛhu sɛ Bible no Yesu Kristo anum asɛm ɛkyerɛ sɛ yeah, Christians and believers, we are the light of the world and we are the salt of the earth. I don't think say a salt of the earth, a light of the world there. Or say yes, I will be paid and until you am I in your that's mumpo I said. Say a court yes, a good example, good leadership. Yamo be biara say a panson we Joseph of our time. Now, yeah, back you just 1 minute to be yeah, boy fingers no kakra, young chapra, yeah, money, yeah, tienka bakakra, nearby, na that was so.
Bɛbɛsɛm bisa wasɛm bisa sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma abosomsomfoɔ nko a na sɛ wɔn take over ɛwɔ parliament na sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ mmara bi sɛ ɛnɛ kɔ yi okristoni biara mɛnsom onyankopɔn wo a yɛbɛkyɛ wo sɛ wosom onyankopɔn yɛbɛkum na sɛ wɔn start sɛ wɔn bɛhyehyɛ asɔredan wɔn bɛgugu asɔre a how will Christians survive ɛyɛ asɛm bi sɛ o meyibisa wasɛm okay gyina hɔ sɛ yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma nkramofoɔ na sɛ nkramofoɔ take over Ghana anaa Africa na sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ Africa na Ghana te sɛ Iran obiara ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔsom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo akyiri na sɛ yɛhu sɛ wasi asɔredan as Christians a yɛku a how will Christian survive? Like in fact ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ meka hunahuna but mepɛ sɛ logically we reason together tie ne yie paa. It is very very dangerous say Ghana anaasɛ Africa politicians no ɛbɛyɛ abosomsomfoɔ ɛne nkramofoɔ nko a na ɛyɛ nkɔfoɔ bebree tumi.
Yo, we are once again welcome back to the program. As I informed you earlier, our topic for today is going to be based on why should believers get involved in government, or should believers get involved in government. Now, before say about no topic way topic be a Christophobic be no say the bidder I want say a Christopher and I did it for a can aban mu efisɛ ɛhɔ no deɛ yɛhu sɛ bɔne a ɛkɔ so nti sɛ wokɔ hɔ mpo a Onyankopɔn bɛyi ne ho afiri wo ho nso wokɔkɔyɛ bɔne wɔ hɔ nti Kristofoɔ nkyɛkyɛ bi kyerɛ sɛ ɔho sɛ yɛde yɛn ho ɛka ho na ebinom sɛ ɔsɛ yɛde yɛn ho ɛkɔ ebetumi ahodu any position wɔ aban mu efisɛ we are the salt of the earth and we are the light of the world. And then about a share Adibi, but before then, no, guest be I know Baba to train in Como. Inti Yenya Odika, Yenya Gansa, about your Mama Quaba.
Yeah.
Okay. Yenya Desmond, about your Mama Quaba.
Yeah.
Yo, about to be able to yes.
Yes, you have done the able call now, sir.
Now, now, and now you try and come on. No, so, but before say, and night, you back on, you come to be into a honor and then you started. A being say, a Christopher, Ade. Ahono sika oho aban mu sika oho eni ti se ukọ ho a ete se asitue no egu sa ho a untumi ka se on tafe enti ba onso ode wo ho baji mu obeji sika ni bi nti ubaye bone nti ho de ukọ ho a ubaye bone na most of quotations are omo use no ene 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10. 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10. Now making kind near Shase our honor. 1 Timothy 6 verse 10. I say, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith in their greediness and pierce themselves through with many sorrows. But I can no every 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10. I say ahono sika oho atiefo ne yenya no ma mo say enwo say yede ye ho dori abai bibia mu no and ebe wo di position bia wa abai mu. One of the quotations are yesu no ebi na makan no nti na de ya ba mo ho na ma chemu pa o se sasika no ho no okọ ho a wodidie no bapo nti asu na se obakọ aban mu no wo de wo ba je aban ni ma bi a oye no sika a eba bonuses no way ebi a obi di bi be share envelope mu no eye sikani bre bone na wode ho akọ dore no eno nti automatic wo faith no wapo ogidie no me sha say afi yenya Desmond ho yenya Desmond nsama a Christopher bebre gina so eno nti na yenko Parliament House eno nti na yen hodu any office position aban ekwemu ti say MP DC ana your friend say bebre aka ho no assembly members bebre aka ho aye good positions omo na eteki authority awo ni person no because of sikasam ko ho aye de yon beto so na ya bibi na edibi aye ni ma bebre awon exercise kan yenya no Bible say a goodness and don't say ya koso ya saka bia ididie na imapo nti sa asem we o ka ho say mema o 15 minutes o ka ho say
all right so yesterday me da was na me chia tie for one hour or share na kasi na ko insha obi I person sadia o cheche mu no say me Parliament House and I serve in government. My politician. Na motive ni nyina ne say me kopɛ sika de a ɛne na de wo ka no ana nsɛm na wo kyekere mu no saa na ɛbɛyɛ ana saa na wo yɛ onipa kɔ na ɔbɛyɛ na mmom sɛ o motive no egina Romans 13 verse 1 to 7 na menye sure sɛ ɔbɛyɛ saa de no na o motive no ɛso yɛ 1 Timothy sɛ de kenkan ne 2 na menya sure say obeye wadwen say okwa obehu sika nti no obeye influence of the money na ma money no I love you and I say edi wanim akoye ade bia enye Christo say Romans 13 no yesua ne any quotation and I say tester yafa ebubu mu ede ebedu ha eno nti na megina so akasa ansem yi o say obeye servant and obe servo bibiti say saa and obedi tumi bia we are the servants of the Lord. Obeye onyankopon akwa. Na Bible so amayati ase say onyankopon akwa eye obi a odi onyankopon ahyede so. Odi onyankopon emra so. Adonti say obeye onyankopon akwa sa na ye you as a president of a nation and I you as an MP, a minister of a constituency or a minister of any place anything na who begina mu ewo biaye na edewasi no as a representative of Christ. So you are repping Christ ewo tibia na edewo akogina no and I say ebia juma krona edewo to ano no you are representing Jesus Christ or God. Inti you are portraying whatever nyankopon edi amount and Christo edi amount no who portray wo ho amanipa ahunu say baby awo no so no nyankopon wo ho ye nipa obi beka say to err is woman and inti mfunso de e bata nipa ho you see your politics are saying ye hu no wi asesa amre no and your governance na ye hu no wi asesa amre no sorry enipa eboapa eheda na oye dwumudie ana say obo apu and inti se oboapa eya ɛhɔ na onyankopɔn ama yate ase say ene na so twe mi da hɔ because tebia na oduko gina ye na ɔne wo ɔde ɔmaka say yes adwuma na represent no no wan bu dibadua ni ye ɛno nti okwa obebusa o adwuma ene ɛho nkaiba a wode ebre no ɛno nti first first Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10 no ɛno nti ɛnkyerɛ sɛ wo yɛ Kristo ni a ukọ tibia bi atisa ana say amanyosemu a ukọ a obenya asikasem wo ho enu nti no kwa asika ne befa wo so enu nti untimi enye nyame adwuma nti ubejai na ebia asika na fa wo so akodi bone basa na nyame sem no enti wo ye na unya magi Kristo eniye na emom se obeji Kristo di a sa adwene because Romans chapter 10:9 no mighty as say ye bedu Yesu Kristo di a ni ya ya say on ya body foforo eni ma na dada na ye wo nyina ni nyina Bible say e free ho eni ye mu biem enu nti se be hu ni Kristo a ya bra boss sa na ye ni ye nyina sesa And then see, yes, sir, would be sir. Family, yeah, representing no. Na ye ne dia na ono na ama ye ntumi say ye ni saa dwumadie na ye ndi enipakuo bi so efi say Kristo anka ono na wo so be saa de no na ma ye saa akonya ne say ebre yi de ye nipa ate ase no ye na ye ndi saa dwuma no abinti na ye start ye program yi ye be hu no say even ahini ekra mpo no saa dwumadie no e hya ase free ebra Israel for na omo pahini na de bi ase ekra na we ye no ebedu achi no ahini ensem eba mu. And in see, Onia, say, over a politician, and now over serve the government, and now to me, dear, be a woody, we are hinny, na Jimmy dear, and now Catasi share about Juma dear moi, now own serve with Christo. Then, yeah, as a man, Romans 13 acre, and on our oil. Name say, obey ye, obey ye as a good servant. I will Juma dear, maybe I do was seen it dear.
The sound number.
Aha, atiefo I'm say ye nuano raise good point pa but sound no ma sound no emma oni other one sound no ma all right oni other man bachake ne audio no na sound no kaka anunti yako onia gansa ho onia gansa.
Yeah,
All right. I'm say yenya Desmond ne you know audio no atia konti yentini ye. First Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10. Ana yen bebre yentiase me mentiase ntim pese o chiremu e chire me ye pa. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil, for which some have strayed from the faith. Some have strayed from the faith. And until see you hold position be our because of the money over there, no, by all means, we're going to be strayed away from the faith. Uche in some no ebinum eka, utumu say a point by na wonso wo say yanko abaimu no, ye na so oka efa ho. Okwa sika no ema wo faith no ema memekwa minim na ebesi o nti se enye se o se yakọ hompo kanya se yakọ ho aha nti because tremu atie fotie o
the Dicano, Metia, Metiafo, or more many more campus, Eshe, or more many more Wufi, Eshe, Metia, Obiana, Madiase, or Done, a young with that time, Metia, this way. Yeah, Edicano, I think, sir, the Medicashe. Bible gyina so a yɛde ato hɔ a ɛnɛ yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɔbɔ ho no a ɛyɛ First Timothy chapter 6 verse 10 no ɛyɛ agyinasoɔ bi a ɛmu bebree na ɛyɛ a yɛkyerɛ mu different anaasɛ yɛkyerɛ mu wrong ɛde ka nsɛm a Bible ankasa po a ɛda hɔ no ɛnkaeɛ na yɛde ka asɛm hyɛ Bible n'ano sɛ yɛhwɛ no yie a ɔse for the love of money nti yɛbɛbreki it down. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. It is for the love of money. For money is the root of all evil. Okay, for the love. It is in yes, cano in a year, Boneno. Nemo say, Ube disicano, and I say, Ube dosicano. In a ever say, say, Obi do Bibia, so do Bibia. Said they would do a comedy chino. I thought that no to me yet. Nneɛma bebree koraa de sɛe adeɛ yɛwɔ ɛda bi a yɛtaa bu sɛ ɔdɔm nipa yɛ den ɔno sɛ kasa bɛta kasa ɔdɔm nipa gyini wokɔ ɔdɔm a nneɛma wɔn ankasa bɛtumi ayɛ no wobɛdwene wɔn ho sɛ ei nti me paa na meyɛ saa adeɛ wei no adɛn nti a ɔdɔ no a wodo ho ahyɛ mu ne dia the Bible ne pɛsɛ kyerɛ sɛ for the love of money sɛ yɛnya ɔdɔ bebree de ma sika no a ɛbɛtwe yɛn akɔ sɛ yie mu ɛne ade di kan a yɛmfa nto yɛ tiri mu sɛ wode to wo tiri mu saa a wonkasa bi wɔ hɔ a sika wɔ aban mu nti no obi a ɔbɛkɔ aban mu biara no ɔkɔ akɔman ɛfiri gyidie no ho sɛ ɔkɔ na sɛ wamma sika no wodɔ ambɛhyɛ no bebree a obɛdi anasɛ ɔbɛyɛ amanyɔsɛm no pɛpɛɛpɛ a asɛm deɛ ɛmba ho mefa wowura mu a politics often bring power yɛka politics no a ɛde tumi na ɛba ɛde sika na ɛba na ɛsan so de influence ɛma woyɛ exposed wokasa a ɔmu aduru and this can become spiritual traps and saa nneɛma no yɛka nyinaa no bɛtumi ayɛ a threat to wankasa kristoni no wo kristo som abrabɔ no sika na politics na wɔde wɔn kɔhyɛ mu no ɛde tumi ba ɛde yiedie ba ɛsan so de influence ɛma amanfoɔ ehu ɛte wɔn ka ɛwɔ wiase mu nti saa nneɛma yɛabɔ so nyinaa so yɛ adeɛ wɔahwɛ no yie a ɛbɛyɛ trap anasɛ ɛbɛyɛ suntudie ama wankasa kristo som abrabɔ no and the danger is not the money sɛ the medical kan no danger na ɛwɔ ha no nyɛ money no but the love of it yɛn nyinaa yɛyɛ adwuma ɛna adwuma na yɛ no yɛnyɛ adwuma sɛ bi wɔ hɔ a yɛyɛ adwuma aku yɛn ho apɛ sika na mmom yɛ adwuma sɛ deɛ ɛbɛyɛ yɛbɛdidi sɛ yɛde sika no dɔ no di yɛn anim kan a ɛno na ɛbɛma ebi wɔ hɔ a nneɛma kɔ a ɛnsɛ sɛ woyɛ no wobɛyɛ because wopɛ den sika nti ati many enter leadership with good intention but are corrupted by 1 greed 2 bribery and 3 self-interest. So what time name say we do any kanya no matter who you are the money no what you don't be money in the check. So much greed bribery and a self-interest edu any kind e wa man sama wo ye ni mu a e be pursue e ma wo de odo no akoma sika no de nti eno nti de ense se kristo no ye kwafo no wo be ye because say wo go sika no ade nti na me ka sa asem no enim se so woni biri bibia wo betumi wo pese wo ye de wo pe bia se de be ye wo sa be ka sa de kro no minyo Steve no wo hoye igwe wa atade bia mani gi ho pa menye adwuma kwa me so na me fa me sa atade ni bi mani bebre mani sa se se bebre pe adwuma no ba metiri okay menye adwuma na me pa atade ache ade ntia e wo se me kona me ko wia e wo se me kona me je me bia se de be ya betumi atade ni bi sika so na ye de to sa bia mani akobri sika no nyema e wo se me ye bia me sa be ka no se papa o se ye boni o me ye na me ja pe sa atade ni bi ache na tu ye bribery omo woni brisika bebrebe a bribery ebe ba ya dia ebe ba kan brabo that is katashe anata dream die be ba kan brabo because am say when you scan ntino baby a wa wonu say baby a wo kwai ense kwa say wo kokon kwa no wo sika nti wo do sika na be den ebe wuro makọ because when you brisika no nti say wo say omo obi sika kwa na say odi djuma bi mawo say de be ya obema wa ye kese a obema nipa ni sika adentia opesika no mo enibire ina tu ni ye self interest so you obi a wo dwene wan kasa hu bebre a woni bebre sika so wo dwene wan kasa hu bebre a woni bebre sika because they oman na show say they mansini bi a show say hwe so a na say wo dwene hu na say wo dwene mansini na ye de wa show ta no so a me ye sure say wo be ye niam bi ense enfata and make way am I there to say a believer can gain position but lose his or her soul because of security. We bet me a position no, but we share okra and am security and am oda obewo and as obenya am security. And a 2, a believer can compromise begins small but grows quickly. Say obi ebe compromise na na sebua oba mane afi bibi hu aka de ense no e sha ase itwa but enyini intentem so umo woni brisika you compromise e dey no compromise no obe kasa kasa niema so ade a ense se wo ye kura no wo as a Christian no be I didn't say when brisika ya the scam MP for yi akwan and am say when brisika no we compromise it I was say we contract no be 1,000 Ghana but my man be 100 Ghana na what na ta nkai no didn't ya when e brisika now we be say na ba na dia okay dia na I was say ye and I say Christian no me ye den I say guard your heart against greed wakoma no I was say what show wakoma ni ye every anibere ho be content and disciplined ma wani enso se anibere ni beba ene na wo o Kristo ni no wani enso dia wo so wani so dia wo a emfa wo dia besi wani embre sika no da ko say odo ye yem sika no tino na ma yetumi efiri gidie no ho no ntimi mani mbre sika me mane emfiri gidie no ho ana say se me ma dia me wo no edo so ma me a mani embre sika no na last one so say always get close to God so de bia no ben yankopon a enya de a niema bi say ebetumi afa wase nti wo ben yankopon wo hwe wakoma yie efiri anibere ho na wo so a obema de wo bia no adoso ama wo because me watade ba kuna se no adoso ma me a mani enkobere se we atade we timi nkoto bi anase me MP na se MP no se me bedi MP no ka ba ko na aban de ama me a mani enkobere me yanko MP bi ne ka se okura e ma me nkoye nyama ensese me ye enam sikanti nti your soul is more valuable than any political position nti medim masan ba wi no ọmọ ni bi anfa tu ni tim te okra na ati wo mu no esom papa esene ye fan say position bi a yere ma wo aban mi say ye MPO ye minister and even president ọmọ penin kwa na oti adwaso no ne kra no e wo say ọmọ enwi tia no esene ọman na wo hwe so e ba sa na ọmọ nani embrisika ma ena ma no so nti ọmọ ne emfiri no kra no ho na onye dia ense meda etiefo na hwefo ina ase.
All right. Nti se mitie wasam no a waka no a it is 1 Timothy chapter 6 verse number 10 no money no enye problem no
Enye problem.
and the money do nakopọ dia ma obia nti opa obenya but the love of it no and na o akyeremu actually said the love of it no and say wa pu yakopon na ofa abonsam kwan no so nti greediness bribery and self-interest na corrupt practice nini na no just say it is the love of it so we because of the money nti you have loved greediness corrupt bribery instead of say obefa kwan papa so no why you we near the better council all right anunti ye baba so mpese me komisi atie for pa na mimpo a metre han no I want you to convince me so much na metre adena say metre asema nkoma no ye di no a mama yen show bibie since ya Ghana ha in particular and Africa in particular most of the politicians are corrupted as you mentioned most of the politicians in government are greedy we are all corrupt and almost 90% are corrupted and you are telling we the Christians so we are going so Christians we are going into all those things that I've already mentioned. We are going to engage with those greedy people. We are going to engage in those bribe and corrupt and others in government. Don't you think it is too much risky? I think the best advice to we the Christians is we should avoid it rather than to encourage us to go there. But that's not. I want you to clarify this well for us. He has done it, but I want you to also put it in a good shape for us. I want to understand it well. Those people, the politicians, those there, 90% are already corrupted. We are already engaged in bribery. We are already engage in self-interest that you have already mentioned. And the Christians, we are to be here. Let's be in our churches. Let's be in the society to advise them. I think it is better than telling us to also go and hold positions over there. It is like a baby omubuno almost say a number do a number say those a number they are going to influence you negatively into I want you to put it in a good shape for us. But before we come to you let's read just few comments that we have had. Brother Emmanuel Goke, it has we thank you very, very much for your comment and your contribution for the program. In fact, you have contributed a lot. Starting from day one till now, you have contributed a lot for us. Thank you, man, and may God bless you. Brother Emmanuel Goke, I say, Gansa, Brother Gansa, I love this point. If you are about, if you care about your soul, you will be in politics. I say, if you care about your soul, you'll be in politics, but avoid the love of money. But avoid the love of money. So, Brother Emmanuel Goke, we thank you. Now, Sister Janet Ashiti, I say, great work and keep it up. Great work and keep it up. Yeah, or cite so many definitions for politics and government. No, Sister Janet Ashiti, that's a Brother Roxanne Mason, start from day one. You have contributed a lot. Thank you, and may God bless you for your time and your everything. Thank you, and may God bless you. Brother Roxanne Mason, I say we need to download all the videos of this program and join them together. I say program not start from day one. We enjoy the party. Or say I'm not downloading no more tea. Yeah, nima woni nyina and quotations and explanations ni nyina no. Omo 80 is encouraging others who are also watching the program to download it and watch it and listen to it everywhere they are. But I wasn't much grateful. Emmanuel Goke, Bill, I say the motive of Christians into parliament and government must not be money. I say 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse number 10. On who said, and that the Obia Oko Abemuno, Oko Pesico, Bible on say 1 year there, or say Osi mansion, but I say motive no, Chadron Ayasa, say a banner such as this what 1 Timothy 6, verse 10. Eka. It must be, we must be there to help to make laws that will not affect Christians. When we go there, but Emmanuel Goke or say we have to help making laws that will help Christians and the society. But I Roxanne Mensa I say, host, let me tell you this. If you are greedy, you are greedy. Yes. Or say, if you are greedy, you are already greedy. And that by Muna about greedy wahano. So over society nimpo now we are greedy already. You are greedy. Oh, maybe I will be so we are greedy already, we are greedy and yet government muna obako na greedy. All right. You are comment now omadi abano edamase edamati. Still there also. All right, I think Onia Desmond Efiso, but yes, Sabakano later. I'm still on the question. I want us to just understand what we are deliberating on. Don't forget that we are discussing on should Christians get involved in government? Should Christians get involved in government? So many times now we just confuse. We are just confused in the government system, and we just sit down and ask ourselves, should we get involved in government system now? And is it appropriate? Is it advisable for Christians to go there? So many people, so many pastors teaches that no, the Bible don't allow Christians to rule in government. We should be in the churches preaching the gospel. And so many Christians, so many pastors also encourage Christians to go there. Yes, because we are the salt, because we are the light of the world and the earth. So we are just discussing and we will come into conclusion what the Bible is telling us. And see, Yenya Gansa, I want to come to you again. I think Brother Desmond is having issues on his network. So when we get him, we'll go to him. But since he's not there, I want to come to you again. Most
Okay.
times, no, yeah, you say the government system is corrupted. There are a lot of bribe and other things over there. And 90% of people in parliament, in government, no, are already corrupted. Don't you think it is so much risky, dangerous to tell us to also join them? If not risky.
To me, to answer this question, no, it is not risky based on what we have been discussing from day one. Because Adeba Kuma Mehuni said, once Yasha said no, my first statement and a comment I mean mine, what brother started program, they say politics, Christopher was politics. Say you politics cinema, you have to far, me know your baby. And the etoso biomno say, Obia corrupt her. That's a me, no equay juma. And no, any risky, and it quite a man risky, Emma. Me was say me no many je say ono ayɛ corrupt na me yɛ corrupt no metumi ayɛ bibi mo ho asua firi me ho o say Christopher ye me yɛ ni kwa po je say ye be yɛ amanyɛsɛm esan say we ka say 90% are corrupt no saa 10% na aka no so mo yɛ mo adwen say omo be di no kura corrupt people no will learn from them ko de bia me ka say be say dia onua ba ko ka comment no mi say obi a yɛ greedy ni ɛyɛ greedy no imagine say for 10 ɛna ebu ɔman ana sɛ ɛde bibi ahyɛ wɔn nsa na sɛ nine yɛ greed na baako yɛ greed a saa baako no greed na ɔnyɛ no wiasefo nyinaa bɛhu sɛ okay adan ti na saa deɛ wei ɛrekɔ so na baako pɛ egyina sɛ ɔnyɛ no to obiara bɛhu sɛ okay then it means sɛ adeɛ no ɛyɛ su ɛna ɛyɛ ban ɛnyɛ aban mu hɔ no na corruption ɛwɔ yɛrɛ baako yɛfɛ ntu yɛ tirim ni 90% are corrupt no ɛnyɛ aban mu ɛna corruption ɛwɔ. The corruption starts from the individual. The individual no ayɛ n'adwi sɛ ɔbɛ corrupt a ɔncorrupt da. Sɛ wankasa wɔnyɛ corrupt a there's no way obi betumi influence ma wɔayɛ corrupt. Nti wotie me eyi ni meka sɛ Christians should guard their
All right. Kwaso network na ebi kwaso.
Na onye akoma no efiri saa nibiri no ho. Nti 90% are corrupt na sɛ mekotomu a me as a Christian na me kura no kura na me de kɔ. Enu kwa sɛ ɛyɛ risk ma me. Ɛwɔ sɛ me kura pɔgye sɛ among the 90% no they will find one person wɔ mu a ɔno no ogyina no kura no so. Ɛnde bia no sɛdeɛ the Bible no ɛka no sɛ wobɛhu no kura na no kura no wayɛ ɔde hyɛ no. Saa wɔ no kura na wogyina so nti no ebetumi ama obi anasɛ nkɔfokuo bi a ɔmo wɔ ɔman no mu no aka sɛ saa papa wei sɛdeɛ ɔfa so yɛ amanyɛsɛm no ɛyɛ somfo wɔnyɛ the whole wiase no kɔ anaga na kura bɔ influence ɔmo kɔ pa wobɛ influence nkɔfo positively ama mo ayɛ den atumi adi w'akyi anasɛ di Kristo akyi ɛno na ɔsɛ yɛdwene ho na ndwe 90% no ho madwene sɛ wo no sɛ mo yɛ corrupt a you that you said they are corrupt what are you also bringing on board to help safeguard the corruption na ɔmo yɛ no.
All right. Okay. Yentie comment bi Brother Desmond. Brother Desmond. Check it. Brother Desmond. Brother Desmond. I think for Mopan I think Brother Desmond is having so many challenges on his network. Network no, maybe all no. But let me read the comment that I've had. Let me read the comment that I've had. I think I had an earlier comment on Janet Ashiti. Janet Ashiti. Yenua Janet Ashiti. Ka assembly. Yenua Janet Ashiti. Nya all kind of say. Osha gradually on an advice ne say. Anka Christopher there. Me my try say bako her best advice ne say Anka Christopher there. Anka all say yakɔ if you say ono when we say obi nipa or nipa papa I won't say oh this person is a good person, but later on when the person involves in government you see the person just some few years no the person has changed from good to bad. Into question one your sister Janet Ashiti ebisano me pese
Chekidini ye mami yo. Edini ye Jonas. Chekidini ye mami. Edini ye Jonas Ashite.
Jonas all right me say all right and me say Janet me what me say ti na s all right into
Okay.
Jonas Ashiti asma okano me pese me gina so na me bisa question so sure o check positive side no o check negative side no to be in government or to be a politician utumu say negative side no eson pa yenim negative side no to be in government no in say negative side no no to influence someone who is good to bad, to change someone who is good to bad no about 80%. Now obia or good no to remain in good no and also about 20%. Don't you think that because of this one I don't know a trend say we should not go there? Don't you think that yes Kelly nima we ya or yes Kelly you are encouraging Christians to go in parliament, in government, but positive side no any, negative side no any. But yes, sure, you will say negative side no. I be pa as positive side no. I don't you think say because of that minty Bible no indirect no or kasachi and say mama yan ko no because you won't be down no yes say you won't abasonson da no ohun awa no ohun awa da no ohun abasonson ma odwane don't you think say because of these things that people have seen or we have all witnessed no and nothing na ebinom e say mema ko aban mi njai mo no question you know maybe sana any
Okay. Medasibium. And I will still stand on my ground say if say you decide say sana mo kano ye dia to me sadia. And the question is say you jai almost say omundi Ghana so what will be our stand as Christians in this country? And we shouldn't forget that maybe wo nipa na wo ye ba ko na wo ka no kwe no and I'm also den sesa ebeba aban no mu and ade ba ko day one yes stress was an say we a Christian here your responsibility towards the government on the so class you do on your Christian no because wo no yakopon ko Christian aka che wo say nipa na no want president no ono Christian o di ni si ho nti wo de obe answer bompa ye ma no na ye den na de bia na kai say obama yakopon abo nipa no wotumi ade de nukure na wo so say yakwa influence babantino yenja infama omo now my point is that You be a raise comment say there was once a president in the US. No, it's of course, and all your president in and this is a great example of someone na on na kuma no why na dream say obedi Christian and so the year can 90% no yes no you good no by bad no you bad that you know change be say greedy no obi in bad man say no be greedy the person is already greedy asa na obe wurem nti aman say no obi in bamu e be corrupt nti ere ba ko e share timu ni parliament house wo no corruption ni parliament house wo parliament house nkunya na titi wo enipa na titi so and before you be MPC no nkunya na titi wo nkunya na nye corrupt Ghana akunya na president akunya na nye corrupt akunya no enye greedy ye nipa na yebekọ na yakọte na so na ye bi ye suban e di asesa akunya no nitu na ma be se bu Western Regional MP or corrupt Ashanti Regional MP or corrupt na ade na te nti corruption no enni aban no mu ade ba ko a you are na te ejidi fofo ntu etiri ni the government and as a politics no politicians no yes bu they are corrupt too and as a position na mu go do corrupt position nipa na ye tu abanama no akwa ye say Kristo ka asem bi say oye pataku a odi odwan ngoma afura no nti ono no oba wonche no omo wa chan say oyi baba pa na otu abanama me a me ba me yese tu abanama me a me ba me ma wonsuo nti ono no edi ni suna eye corrupt no esie na o ka kire wo say oye good nti tu abanama no tu tuma ni wi a ho na o ba kire wo say me MP su mesia no so me nhwe me busua nwie ya wo na wo tu abanama me no me yamba ema wonsie na wo hia no me se me nto ka enda mu a wo na wo tu abanama me no wo untumi enya bus ko mpa ntu krom ha na mbu school for se me si dan ya school dan na esi ho na asare no me nya ni ye se me ba enko abrochire nkosua ade a wo na wo ye obi a wo me peso aso no me ma wo kwan se tu kwan kwa abrochire na kwa ye course bi na bra and ade a show mutim that is the reason why ya oba ye ma mu ha na your schools sense na ye basa because omo enim say the omo ye oman no omo ntumi nja omo kola emba classroom ho nti omo ba omo kola akwa abrochire kosua de na ye na yentumi enkasa no ana se ye na yentumi enye hwe no yatena school na as omo system no ma say ni mu no enye sua de nti who follow trend na Ghana ha na because this is going on their children will still become MPs and presidents whilst our children will still become the delegates who will still vote for them nti me de obawie no corruption no eye nipa na oba no enye position no na corruption ekuta no so because MP for ebu ho a Winneba MP for Winneba police that office na that one no me be say is the office corrupt MP for Winneba is the office corrupt no nipa na go ka sa office no the office na no ba kire say me baba fa office no so me di mi su eresisan office no nisu no nti corruption no eye nipa na oba no enye aban mu ho na corruption ewo nkofo na ewo aban mu no na mo eye corrupt but the government itself no enfum bia eni me da ase
all right enya gansa eda se pa wo nsema wo bia nipa ama yate no na yan kan comment kakra yan kan yan comment kakra yenua Emmanuel Goke or say what of Daniel and Nehemiah who also was in government and he also on my example say Daniel and Nehemiah they were in government yes
yeah
yes and you amoshe that an interpretation no dream no otumi akire ase no na eyi no nti Belshazzar kan kire no
ma se mebe mu a se dia yenua Emmanuel eka no these people were in government they didn't corrupt the government nti se dia onua Emmanuel eka no nti nipa na akwa government ni mu no enye position na da ho no This is
All
a
right.
medical aspect. No, Minister for Finance position is corrupt. But nipa na baka for that position no, never must that position no. If you can want about Daniel
All right.
and Nehemiah was just like human beings. I know why it's like they were even compelled. They were compelled to even this
Eat
discredit his
forbidden.
own God.
Yeah. Yeah.
But still, they said that me, some of you Christian in Quadia, this is Ukumi,
Yeah.
and Sana Christo in that year. I guess our word corruption won't young body, Ewa Manyasemu. Into Nippon and Ama, Amayasamino, Abay dirty, but Amayasam Nakatan and a beautiful game. Should I want to name imagine? The person will be in person so. You're too sure that's man, so near Steven, one of Badayano. I have Fekeke. Into ye name to me, control there, no. Yes, you okay, me, me person for you, Abaya, Efe, but the any fan has no, Yampe. Yet the used to need a bino, the best is Amayon. Sana, Ama, Yabre or Ghana, and yet corruption, the Nipano, how man, and corruption.
All right. All right. Inti yenua Imanogwake, I might so many examples. Say Nehemiah and Daniel, they were in government. And as someone try and say, if you think say you can't engage in government and also worship your God, just avoid it. Inti sana oka. Now I want to read one commenter or the bio. I say the brother Roxen Mensa or Meki point come a be pa a brother Roxen Mensa. I say there was one president to be no a Church of Christ in our American or no or a Church of Christ or a Christian or a believer, but he was a president. He was serving the whole USA, United States of America. That person was a president. He was a Christian. He was a believer. Now, edu Sunday swan. On Friday night, some India going to edu Sunday. If omoko meetings are obeja meeting no, akwa sorry akwa some afa the Lord's Supper no. Before say obe bibi wo ha abeya. So this is a typical example. And to be in government no, yenua Rosen Mensa actually and say, one more example. Enua oye president ni faith no at ni faith no panto engu. I think yenua brother Desmond, I think I'm saying the audio no I Desmond kasana ntesa metal voice no
Because of video,
yeah this year I back there pa I'm saying yeah sure na atie for we share comment na eba no a yenua ashiti nsem bia no oka no Madina so abisa question. When we scale the positive side and the negative side to be in government now, you could see that the negative side now just carry 80%. Now positive side now so it carry 20%. If you go there, by means corrupt no, bribe no way no, the love of money no, it carry 80%. It is your share. Don't you think that it is 100% sure? Say Christians should live there for non-Christians to take over. Then you telling us that you are encouraging us to go there. Don't you think that it is risky? Since 80% of the negative side to be in government, no, no. Don't you think it is too bad?
All right. Any kind, yeah, beginning no, na politics no, na government no, can't government na the church here, am I who say to me, you know, Emma na chidi for. Most of the people now, and those who first of all involved themselves, let's say that they are corrupted. Young fans are corrupted. Now we want to change the narrative. So you whom you are going or who you are going there, you must make sure say won't quiet said there and won't be. I didn't know I can hear a junimu any yakuma was in the yakan. Say me go on yes bibiaba na obiara die ni meanwhile adwuma na yafa me no yebetua meka but apart from aketua no kata ahye bi wa tie bi a yesi obiara ba no obiara die ni nti woje but you believe yourself say we are Christian na oye obi a wo no o Christo ana di wa besi bi a wo no say be ye na adwuma because o represent Jesus Christo ana onyankopon and when you onyankopon so ahye de etia saa de no you will never ever take the thing Nina and later I'll catch and said one compromise here and as anya oh no either say you bepe at the boni bi e dey do and I be ya dey bia enye edit and I bepe kwan bi so ayi wafi ho and office ho but make sure say you are serving a living God and you are working for the Lord because even say yeah Juma ama the president and any manager and any CEO can we say that CEO no is like Jesus Christ or it's like God because yeah Juma man because you come on the say ni pan esiwo that's it Romans 13 ni kan unyame do nesiwo how can we change these people can we change them with their character their character we change or more na because they are already corrupted can we change them the answer is in two folds like you say o sisan ojomo woni a either say we ni say either say we join no ana obesisan is right and be change no now they are already corrupted how are you going to change their character ojudi ni bia and Christo ni bia no behavior or character and a chairman who say we are Christo ni in Acts chapter 11 Ebra friend for say and small for say we are Christo for it was their character and their behavior and a mom who say we are Christo for now you that you have selected you as an MP as an maybe engineer be and or man be and king be no how are you going to conduct yourself and I'm who say it is your character and it's next time say bad they will not even come to my office anymore so somebody was saying even greedy no and we would have dance and I didn't call office into obi calling in and it's an intention you say me ko it's no you should this papa and yet so akunya bia ba ko this can be meaning my friend bia the reason why you do police mu nyina na say amount for police for always a police for no dey drive o imagine this captain you no so dey o kuma obeji sika pa and now you police right now so what their intention or the real mu no enti so nyina kwa ho e bibisa what are you going to say intentional first of all the real mu no enye enti say answer na betimi nsema ye kan nyina so Christopher ebetimi a change that political house and that government now the open realm no our mindset should be on God and the focus must be on God but not earthly things o say jeopardy now or so be an reboa ensay no and nti say me focus me say me ko ye adwuma na at the end 2 Corinthians 5:10 megina timodwa bi anim ho amonyami abisa me ho nsem de a then the akatati say bribery corruption no it wouldn't be a part of me and it is a call na eba I know 80% of them are that now me the 1% na me kono I wasn't the character no and the behavior no it change be obi at least 80% no with me change 50% I've done the best and definitely the obi betimi abesua me so a obetimi abesa and gradual process no ebenya president government papa and I say like political things papa I bet me I change this narrative every year and I say we are say it so you bet me I didn't know you bet me na bet me a mindset na e dey go route dia ho no and yes say you bet me and say obi wo ho oh me ko MP a menya car dem menya convoy dem me no Gracia wo ho and into what na mindset ni na yes coming to serve the people no na na refi serving the Lord no na na refi say onyankopon na the position na send inside and into your mindset na dey kono before say we will let people and our Christopher ebeko house one the mindset must be changed. We must let the people know say they are going to serve the Lord but not the human being but not the people as they see physical though they are there but they are going to serve the Lord because those people need a servants and now we nipa all could do almost to me and into yes we can change it and a bit change your narrative your character, your behavior, your nkasa, any no credit trustworthy and a bit in your changes are corrupted people's now and as a corrupted 80% now a fully Christian governance.
And as a Matiwasia, I just said sometimes no, when you go upon me a Christian for I do a map of share, baby, I said, I bonano. Now, where you are more fibonimu. Take example, and a union natural Daniel, who can have Quasso or Honor Daniel, and pass on a cody position, and pass on Odino Prama, dreams in Pony upon a year and Pono. Aha, Ochimukama, Joseph Inson, Ocean Swan, and pass on, and also Echo Egypt, and also I got dressed by Papa Eddie. Anuntina ama ekom ama onti sem tie wasem ye ate say Christians no enya say bia ye beda ya so nimu a ehon no de sebe bone no ewo fom but sometimes no aban hon so bia Christian for yakopon eyi ko so that we are going to change laws, we are going to make decisions, good decisions based on the Bible. Is this what you are telling us? But that's not
because me Chukaka say even like beginning, I think yesterday, a brother was saying that even currently, a parliament house in various of the parliament house in this world and the countries in India, most of them are Christians. But let's look at what is going on. And recently I just watched Facebook and I saw, I don't know, most of you have seen it. Nigerian Obi, one university students are kidnappers and when the politicians came, yes, and was talking about, you see, none of them were even having a more like Adibia as a yearly, but most of them are Christians. You see, so Obi a Christian, but mindset no yes say or be paid only bushing phone. We are in this Ghana and you also be free what packet dollars. Egua after a Bible thing. You Ghana ha and I who say and penny be comes the guy called Amanone. But all these people every Sunday they go to church. Do you get that? So Joseph before Joseph was given the authority or the governing authority to govern the people of Egyptians, now Joseph, you heard the mindset of Joseph, you heard the character and the behavior of Joseph. How Joseph was humble to the extent of Niniamo Ton, he was humble. You see, Joseph, the character and everything was Joseph portrayed that no, Nipa way or your Christian and also Nyankopon, and Obia also Nyankopon Bia. Like we shouldn't make it as Obi or Christian. No, that one you and I know that it is that. Oh, Christian Obia also Nyankopon, and one is Nyankopon. Was it do young son now Unipan Uniana was how can you tell me Onyankopon you can't do that. And indeed that now more 80% now. Everybody said they are corrupted, no. Say 1% and now 2%, you know. If our mindset and our behavior, our character, yes, you bet me do correct. I'm my young minor. Debate me just a few days. I change this narrative. A Christian bet me change it. So Onyankopon, every Osman a message about Nago. Daniel mo alcohol. You see, there was a motive. There was a motive why Onyankopon has a name. Message na Abednego may say, almost say we will never ever bow down. Daniel was sharing the same money in Mumbai. What was Daniel doing? Daniel was praying because he feared God. But he said, but Daniel was praying. What was the end? And then they see Daniel the Nebuchadnezzar, Meshach, Shadrach, Abednego, Omodian, and then they see a tree. God is wonderful of saving his people only if we believe and understand him. Now you change your character. Then we can change them. So Christians, yes, Christians can change those people, the 80% which are corrupted in the parliament house, in the government, and God need Christians. I mean, true worldly Christians, who worship in truth and in spirit, in the parliament house, in the government to change the narrative for the people. When you read the book of, I think Proverbs 29, verse 12. Or say Obi or Chini need be a dear, a mining in a Proverbs 29, verse 2. Or so what any idea or mining in see, yes, let's just imagine that and can you for Ghana in example a Christopher Nkwan e wo man mu a Christopher Nkwan e wo man mu na like a parliament wa make say parliament house na obi e di no kre ama ne yonko a enka menye sure say government is abefa public accounts committee say on sound ko hwehwe nkofo djuma bi a odi on the time be buy MP for the disika one minister the disika but not doctors na omo hweye no so mo kula e dream e time dia onia and see a mindset first of all a mindset secondly a character thirdly a behavior and a bet me ama ya tinya Christopher and yes sir you bet me the also pekenya kwatena ho say oh yeah minister MP the person will be corrupted say mindset no enye yakopon de na the person will be corrupted because all konya no focus ni say me ko pesika but say focus ni ye onyankopon say me ko say no onyankopon say the also pekeni egina property nim na o church na asafo mana ene enka oman no be jo and say enka parliament house no be jo ama oman ni musu ajo na bibia ye form and it bro Stephen, yes, the Christians, the few people of Christians, you know, everything you call the majority of the corrupted people, you know, are changing. Maybe Onyanko just say, and he's calling all of us to be truth and trustworthy. Now, yet me as a son, Niemana, Ewo, ye Emaimu, any Yamani.
All right. So it's so much interesting. We should point now. I want the banner. I trust I'm gonna make some word be. I'm gonna say the mindset. And I'm so many examples are both Old Testament. You will say, Nyakopon Nipanom Eko Abaimu, and because of their mindset, they were never corrupted. Until someone can be in government, someone can be a politician, depending on the mindset. No, the person will hold on the faith. Yes.
Hey, what can I and I'll be questioning me, and I now be questioning me that Jesus Christ when he came.
I'll come to it.
Okay.
I'll come to it. Inti yenya comment kakra yenya Roxanne Mensah say key point here the mindset. Exactly as Desmond is saying. It's all about the mindset. It depends on the mindset. Okay. But you call big kakraba. But before you back on, since you establish panels no, and a discussion that could be said, we are upon government no, ufuaso unchi. But a bible to yako ama akwaye at the bonnie. A bible to yako ama akwaye at the papa, depending on their mindset, but who based on the Bible, their discussion may be able to do it. Christians should involve in government. That's what we should a point to in your American Bible no eka. You back big, but you know that's one in your Gansa. With the questioner, baby, at a bizarro and partisan politics, and then Ghana. Before say we parliament one or say what don't party be to say NPP and I say NDC. Indeed, before bring a ticket alcohol already know we NPP ni already know we NDC ni. Indeed, Obakohono Adebia NPP for no say enyimpa or say ufuaso Adebia NDC for no say enyimpa or say ufuaso so So yes, a Christopher, sir. And I own just said because of that maybe. And nothing I said Yakohono. You call just 30 seconds break about nearby a bedroom come more. Should Christians involve in government? The Bible is saying yes.
Me person bisa say yejai amayonsem ema abosomsom fonkwa. Nasa womo take over our parliament. Nasa omo be hwehwe emra bi se ene kwei o Kristo ni bia ma nsom onyankopon wa ye be che wo se wo sum onyankopon ye be kum nasa omo start se omo be hwehwe asore dan omo be gugu asore a how will Christians survive ayasem bi se o me bi se wasem okay gina hoy se yɛgyae amayɔnsɛm ɛma nkramofoɔ na sɛ nkramofoɔ take over Ghana anaa Africa na sɛ wɔn ɛyɛ Africa na Ghana te sɛ Iran obiara ɛnni kwan sɛ ɔwɔ sɛ ɔsom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo akyiri na sɛ yɛhu sɛ wasi asɔredan as Christians yɛku how will Christian survive? Like in fact, ɛnyɛ asɛm bi a mepɛ sɛ meka hunahuna but mepɛ sɛ logically we reason together. Tie ne yie paa. It is very very dangerous say Ghana anaasɛ Africa politicians no ɛbɛyɛ abosomsomfoɔ ɛne nkramofoɔ nko ara. Na ɛyɛ nkɔfoɔ bebree to me bisa m question say so for is it right for a Christian?
All right, welcome back, dear viewers and listeners. And so now we are still on the topic: should believers get involved in government? So before a commercial break, now meka assembly say your major political parties we have major political parties and the nation. For instance, Ghana, we have the NPP and the NDC. So before you go there, before you go into parliament, before you will be seated as MP or a president or a district chief executive of your local area, you have to be NPP member, you have to be NDC 4 member before you get that opportunity. So don't you think because of this, people or Christians are going to practice a partisan over there? Partisan means even if NPP are doing the right thing, the NDC man will see that that thing is wrong thing. Even if the NDC man is doing the wrong thing, his neighbor NPP man will still support the wrongdoing. So this is a partisan politics. Should Christians do that? Should Christians do that? But that's not. Before I'll come to you, let me first of all go to Brother Gansa. Should Christians engage in partisan politics, supporting his or her neighbor, even if the person is doing the wrong thing, because he is in the same party with the person? That is called the partisan politics. Is it, Rebecca, is it good to do that? And what do you say? If the answer is yes, if the answer is no, what do you say about it?
Okay, me that's it. Now, me shall say, no. I didn't make a no. I say, and only Ghana, your biggest problem. And I say, the reason for this corruption and bribery and so stuff is because Ghana as a nation, we don't understand the word politics. Ghana as a nation, if we understand the word politics and how outside now, this our country will be a better place. I mean, Jamaica, one, because we don't have a national policy. That is the reason why we are doing this partisan politics. Because America said that hey, you need BBC Boha in 10 years to come. Never say yes, I do with my and found a man Kobaba. Oba Ojan said, yes, I do. Ye need to know. Say MPP in the bar. You are no come on the manifesto no obey. And found it and the thing and I was on SRTV. Over birth your good. And I'm an Ocean you went to school at Baby Akawuremwa. Yade Omaini Sika, taxpayers money near the year, and Sakaho. Adaya, and before I started, and it's when I am say Joshua, and before Becca say, Ampa, on Becca, Mukapu, I'm shouting every year, yes, started for floor. And only idea on my Ghana, Amma, on my name, and partisan politics, One, it brings division. It also creates blind loyalty, and it also brings conflict among believers. And when I also educate you, partisan politics, at the Papamuba, Adentia, Millionaire Desmond, when a Desmond went to NDC, and so your Desmond, I recognize I didn't know you say a year crown pa, and I'm saying, me NDC into no, Mecasetia, say, and yet. Saa so na sɛ me so a mewɔ ha yi sɛ me so mu NDC na sɛ me ade na sɛ adeɛ no ɛbɛboɔ nwa Desmond Crown pa a ɛnam sɛ wɔn NDP no nti no sɛ ɔsopɔte me a obiara bɛka sɛ ɔsopɔte NDC no nti no ɔbɛka sɛ tia ɛnɛ no ne adeɛ ɛku Ghanafoɔ kɛse paa ɛnɛ no nti na ama nkurɔfoɔ bebree ɛka sɛ we shouldn't get involved in politics no and message is sɛ Ghanaians we don't know politics and we don't do politics yɛn politics o okɔ America they have state policy at the whole. Say in the next 20 years, the next 10 years, I will say it will complete this idea way. If you don't Trump back and found the obey piano. So now you know what state policy is so. Say a different person about now you know policy is so. But here need to know way back about to put the way no co way back about to put the way no co. In the two no so no say it creates blind loyalty. And then I mean can know. Now that's when we say me idea pa but when I'm say oh yeah NDP no obobu na nyegu so okɔ stadium and so stadium so a onka say the nua na yɛ no ɛyɛ ade ɛyɛ ɛbɛbo ɔman no deɛ ɔbɛka no sɛ deɛ ɔyɛ no ɔyɛ because sɛ ɔyɛ NDP no nti no ɔyɛ na ɔde anya interest bi ama no ansa no wɔn yɛ ɔman no nkɔ so ntia saa so na mehyɛ mɛyɛ ɛnam sɛ me ne nuni ekuo baako me nti no nti wabite saa kwesi yɛ ɛyɛ ade a me mɛka sɛ sɛ amanyɛsɛm no bɛkɔ so papaapa wɔ ɔman Ghana mu paa deɛ a na that's what the can say a mindset no e mindset ni free wa e will say Ghana yes stop practicing them partisan politics no na se hu ni NDC ni ya de na so ya NDP ni a hu a support no man yes remember one example mini baako and some colleague baako wo Winneba main campus a o sua de and mini no enemy di komo bi a mani di ya pa enemy di komo bi pa Honorable Afanya Markin. Say, Honorable no aye policy be say, Otia school Nkolabi and I say, Nkophobi school fees. Ah, some fees na Otia no. Come on, undi me na me make no so boa so me boa. The kind say fees na Otia no. Obawa, on bisa say, o party card we. Obawa de ono. Obayan kwasi ni say, adenti na wu here support no. Utu man good reason there. Honorable Afanya Markin will support you with some amount to pay your school fees. And Sana was uncle, Yama Muno Aye. Sammy Yabinas will be ending in Obama Jensen in Buana. And no question with the same in Buana or the Queen. No, Uncle said, may Buano based on say, may person on my name, Yaba on equal ground. So be an win Treno, so be a baby, or be a number Trono. And Sasson on the mechano, Ama. You know, I will send me as a new parameter. I didn't want to go up a fair market one. And I'm saying that's no DSM minute. Can I get to pay for him? Oh, my, it's not even to can work on the Samano aside and at the behind the scene. Or to me, I don't know, and going there on Guinness and Nemanini now. Antonia, partisan politics here. No for me as a Christian. And when you have that's my summer kind of because what you know so can say your mindset no the character and your behavior then journey on my Ghana home first before you about journey MPP and NDC because you are not careful you say on my Ghana MPP and NDC remember young kasa ye timamufo no the young kasa ya the bed destroy young kasa ya mind no me do say
All right, it is all about the change of the mindset. But that's one, I'll come back to you. But let me read this short comment from our sister Agnes Boko. Sister Agnes Boko. I say we should focus on the word politics and kasa our dictionary mo. See, I share the word politics in the dictionary. But me who say the beer clear or horror. Na ayadia enye bone. So this is coming from our sister Agnes Boko. Sister Agnes Boko, Much grateful. We thank you for supporting the program, for writing your comments and other things, for spending your time. We thank you and may God bless you. I say, host, good work, host. You have handled the program very nice. All right, thank you very much. All right, Brother Desmond, partisan politics. Now, your advice to the Christians or the believers is that we should go into parliament to host bigger positions, and we are going to base on the scriptures to rule the nation. But before we go there, no, we have to engage ourselves in partisan politics, which is involving in NPP, belonging to NDC or belonging to NPP before we go there. So already we are in a party before we go there. So when we go there and there's a decision which is even against the scriptures, the Holy Bible that we are handling, what advice do you have for believers there? What are you telling us? Are we going to continue in partisan politics, or we should avoid partisan politics? Brother Desmond.
All right. Rostam, maybe that's a bit. Now, so that yeah, it's an advice that we are also advising Christians, say they involve themselves in politics and to go into politics. But the America said with the caution, if you know, say you be compromise, yeah, that's already those stuff now. You better see it is good to be as a floor member, a church member, than to be a minister of the pulpit. Now, obey Nema and you know, or say the original pulpit in Mukasano. Aba Petra so on an abandoned base at will be or Tiwa Uti. Very well. And then he said, Unim so Bako for your politician, or Bako government in Wako, you may be now Unim say, Untimin do no credit, not own service, so it is better to stay out. Yes, no credit, it is better to stay out. Say, oh, Christoni, because of Christoni, dear, on far home for Africa, or so you're Gidinia, and no Christoni ends not a fedi for Tanabia. And into Koyano, Ko young Conman, now dear tree. Ko yanko di now the tree, ko yanko fa now the chair, who you are not a servant of the Lord. But ko yanko fa, no actually say Christo, yasa, the Christian church, and no dear, you are permitted to go there to serve the nation and to serve the Lord, because we are who you kopon ejuma. So in that stage, there you can go there as a Christian. But all of us we will be a untimi and do credit. Me and some also now body we are the one you stay out. So be your uncle far born in enforce baby as a Christian. Now coming back to partisan politics. Me per se yes I define politics again and I can't government because government and politics they are the same thing and they move together. According to my definition over here, it says that it is the organization that is the governing authority of a political unit. Or it is the system or form by which a community or other political unit operates or party is governed. So we are talking about a particular party governing a particular community or a country. Now here, Yanka said, like somebody who is coming to exercise authority. So I think Brother Jonas Ashite defined it comment section also. And see, partisan politics, as Brother Gansa said, it is no. As a Christian, you don't observe yourself in the politics, in partisan politics. And not as a pakafoni Christian, you don't involve yourself in politics. If the person is talking like that, then he's talking about partisan politics. So you see, now you and me NDC near you are there. To see I'm say in your dancer, any of the markets, a example, amount for 100 meter again, any of your MBB. But what I say, but now more can a fair and or can neutral ground. Yes, me Reniba, and I know what the man is doing. Reniba, meaning how Mahama ACA Jumawa, Metioma Minuhawa, and Nimaisiko. That is my fair knowledge. But if you talk about partisan politics, and you are doing a partisan politics, then you don't understand the word politics or government. And it's Ghana Hano, and a year before, and a year no, take politics in us. So the issue and the free a Jordan basis and Reno. We are the it is politics, but we are not talking about partisan politics, selecting one party and talking about them and telling them a year, which is wrong. If I say read BB, our Bible, na you share DB, and Fatu be going to form money dikaino. It's back on a mood to me, Paul check come out to form 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 12, or Casemio. In fact, I'm finding 14. Or say 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse number 12. Or say, now I say this, that each of you says, I am of Paul, or I am of Apollos, or I am of Cephas, or I am of Christ. Now 13 he said, is Christ divided? Was Paul crucified for you? Or were you baptized in the name of Paul? Oh, wasama Paul ekanoha. Paul is saying, Korinto no, we say me Cephas there, we say me Apollo there, we see me Apollo there, we see me Christo there, so nti chemu aba omu. And into the Paul be no, we say Cephas ni onyebi. The Cephas ni be no, Paul de ni ye basa enye ba onjintu. And Paul every someone verse 13 he said, is Christ divided? Which is no. Into the Bible man or the question mark at to is Christ divided? No. And if we are doing politics and we have understood and if learned to know that politics and I say government, HAN say yes, then this partisan politics ain't Gamukra. This 1 Corinthians 1 verse 13 answer that question. I said, Christo mu enje and to say Obi was CPP, Obi was PMP, now Obi was NDC. We all do the same thing. We are all serving the same Lord. We are all in the same vicinity. We are all in the same area. We are all in the same party.
Yeah.
And see, we have to select one of us within ourselves. So the bear contest not you back say all me any yes to you. Nemo yen koye say yen tan ye mu back and ye can yen tan we that be that. Tina Paul say is Christ divided? And the answer is certainly no. Was Paul crucified for you? Or Christians who now Paul mu asini wana? No, Christo na talking about one. And in Timothy 7, partisan politics. Say a tip politics here. We don't do partisan. Oh, you buy a fool as swati. We all are happy. We are all good. We should be enjoying and praising the man who is leading. And no chances for yeah, the boniswa. I must keep quiet and without saying it. No,
Exactly.
I think say penifoni bi ba ye okuba bi so nko di lesbianism ni gayism too. Penifoni bi aba o say no, yeah, mamrem ha there. We don't do it. It is not like that. None of them can I. And say because we are all saying that we are doing good because they know that we don't do that. And don't just say me party way have to speak against it. And you say we are doing partisan and anytime oh yes up here we are seeing and somebody can say we are Christian now on to me and we say on to me then you stay back. Now the can go for the home. Now no group blog then you would dead. Then you don't have to venture. And see for Bro 7, there is no partisan politics. And if you do partisan politics, then we are not Christians. We are serving the pagan, the world, but not God. But if you want to serve the God, or if you want to serve our Lord, you can see as soon as you now yes, we see the Romans 13, want to serve in there. Then we throw away partisan politicians, we throw it away. But we let the people know the true word of God through our parties, through our oneness. I think something happened in Argentina or Brazil. I think Israel rather. Israel, when this fight was going on, Israel and Iran. One of the political party now or opposition, when the party now or what so say fighting with the Iran for the opposition party no ebe praising the what and you be one. Hey, on one what one and percent on freeze not on he rather came and praised the sitting government, saying, say, I don't know, on try, say, about Israel for who by. This is what we are talking about. I'm not talking about the fight, rather, but I'm talking about how this man acted. So, I am saying, some of Papa Nekoso, Israel for Nadia Kosua, and the opposition party, leader never can't have someone. It is good. So, also say, he is doing the rare politics and he is doing the rare serving of God. But yet, actually, it is good, as Brother Gansa said. But I was a pair assembly car, and when we meet at the back, now you trust it, good. Remember, say yes, now Christo and team, now you need a coupon. John chapter 14, verse 15 say, you do use Christo, ye need a said yes. Then to see engineer, I said, any say we are always saying the truth. So assembly read that was any would there be any day. But you wouldn't carry no near Cassie yet, Danina, you need to use not Christians don't need if you say you need a said yes. And you see, there's no partisan politics in politics that you are talking about in the question on board. But when we are doing partisan, then near soon we are saying, now you're soon Christian, you can go in chain, and I am Casa, yes, soon.
Well done, but that's more. All right, Monsieur. But Babaso,
Okay.
Yenanoma, or more actually what TikTok no. Please, you can come to Facebook now. More questions via and I'm a comment via more on number the abe or Facebook create to me I can kind amamo. Yenya set alabili, Yenya set alabili. I said well done ministers. Yenya set alabili, baby obia. Ichiao da sense say wa my comment no asa o me wetie no ye nua e ba koso
Me de kakra ka de na this one kind no a anka the number circumstance no say you to abawi a e was say anka party be dissolving for the common goal of a country anka ya to abana wi na ya yi penfo na wi no e was say anka mo parliament na e de show metirim say nyan na o man ni na yi yen say yembe show o man yi yembe show man so nti yan kan bom na yempre o man no mpuntuo say yi partisan party say etirimu that is what is supposed to be because there is a saying that after election no campaign but if after election no campaign there and ministers are omo and the MPs omo western region yes sir amambo na so no mo yade bi a manage ho pa me can we as a example yet to abani we na omo ko first parliament no there was a news that came out that omo western region na MPs ni na e create one common group adentia because omo we say western region na share omo MPs ni sa they should have a common goal and a common group they can think or plan on how to help the communities and I say we are western region as a region no wabra that MPC now MPP wom NDC wom other members wom and this is what is supposed to be sana was anka MPC now margin say trouble ni na wi na say yi kugu parliament wona e was say yi MPP NDC mentality ni fi etirimu na mentality dey etirimu ni say dey na ye beye e dey asom oman Ghana na omo de gidie na so omo de tumi na so yensa no omo ni age oman no ho na mo men ko ba se bu a dey na meye na so MPP ani dey na meye na so NDC ani because you see petrol so say this one kind no petrol ni ente so NDC for say mahama na tusu nti o NDC ni ya teso am ko petrol station be ka say o card be na ngudu ma ya teso ya tema Ghana for ya tumu so ya tumu Ghana for na say am kunya ya to the Strait of Hormuz no mu no affect NDC for na affect NDC for affect the whole Ghana you say o ma sha say e tutu na emamu nti we NDC na okota be a e be kan NDC no okota be e be kan nti yenyi sa party za policy ni fi mu na yen dwene say ye be ya be a e be boa Ghana ni the point is e be boa Ghana ni emom enkoye say me NDC ni nti no me pa adwuma ma nkofo a menji NDC for card na me pa adwuma ma mo me NDC ni nti pa adwuma ma nkofo a media before card ɛno no ɛmboa ɔman no sɛ yɛde saa tena ɔman no mu a ɛno bɛsɛ yɛ man no koraa mede wase.
All right, yɛda ase paa, yɛda ase. But before say yɛbɛkɔ no, mama yɛnda yɛnuanom a moboa program no amo contribute here no yɛnua Janet Achite ana Jonas ɔmo say Jonas Achite yɛda ase paa, yɛda ase ɔne ɔyɛ ade paa, ɔboa paa. Roxin Mensah also yɛda ase for your contribution. Yɛnua Peter Pele Ngwa and also say God bless you all. God bless you all. We are enjoying your teachings. Yɛnua Pele yɛso yɛda ase. Emmanuel Goke deɛ ɛna deɛ ɔkyɛ ne yɛmu anka ɔka discussion or contribute pa definitions for politics, government and bibia yɛda ase pa for your contribution. Me enjoy sa next time bɛkɔ bia so no na waboa. Roxanne Mensah so ɔno why are they Roxanne Mensah ɔno why are they pa yɛnua set alabiri so ɔsɛ well done ministers ɔno but yɛbɛkɔ short break na yaba. But before yɛbɛkɔ no yɛnua Desmond ne yɛnua Gansa yɛba aba bɛwie bibia but ɛno before sɛ yɛbɛkɔ no obi bisa question bi say wohwɛ a Yesu Kristo yɛdi n'akyi no sɛ Kristo fo deɛ and Acts 11:26 no or say yɛne ebi bia ɛsɛ ɛfata Yesu Kristo but one thing we say Yesu Kristo warane office bia ɛwɔ Bible mu nti why running office, why taking positions in government? Because Jesus Christ did not take any position in government. Nti yɛkɔ break aba. All right, enya comments kakra we. Yenya set alabili or say partisan is the contest of ideology, just as businesses have different strategy, but among to win the same customers. Yes. All right. Inti kakra ifi yenya set alabili hono enie. I say partisan there. Wadwen inti obi atese obi a oye business no obetumi afa but the bia so I will say isi yakopon asem so yanko short break but yeba ebehwe Jesus Christ did not run any office or hold position bia our government. Why? Yanko break just 1 minute and 30 seconds yeba betran ko so.
Is it not politics? Because you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. It's very risky to say generally no you be a friend of sologism. You be you soon draw conclusion be enya no correct. Never more say you share no say I want the positive side essential I want the negative side. But then if we are able to control the negative side now, then it helps us on the positive side, not yet to me in kunim. When a Christian involved in politics, it is the mindset. Say obedi atro, obeka no kre, and obey ye die also oyo. Then no enemy person me no ebo enkomo kakra. Yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2. May use NKJV or say, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when a wicked man rules, the people groan. What say? Say otinini ebe di on my be so. And now krobi soa egofona ni je. By then, say the more than wicked revolve. The oya oboneyefo na se sa enipa ebe di so a you groom e kwana you see say obefa oyawo mu enu just mbisa say is it right to say ye betumi a guide yenuanom a Christopher ebi na wo mo involve into politics and you can say yes sir na me person bibisa wa asembisa bi so before mbeto aso are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very, very careful because the
All right, welcome back. Yadam as say, Mugusu Amone, Sia, and Samno. Should believers get involved in government from Monday, ABC, and Thursday? Yaya, Pastor Mupa. Then you know, Yamama Pabo. Now, Yakono. All right, Yakono, maybe that question be, auntie, ever call so, na answer. Jesus Christ did not run any office. But why should Christians I didn't you know or say a holding office? Yamasa Jesus Christo. Wanya MP, Wanya DC, or no or shall concentrate on Yama Dumano. In the young concentrate on Yama Dumano. I didn't think a conclusion in your eyes say with me an office. Why? But that's my say if you will you have 5 minutes because of our time. You have 5 minutes.
All right, bro, Stephen, that's it. Christo Yesu are running for any political office. But why are we involving Christians in offices or in the government? Well, may perceive the book of Ephesians. Ephesians chapter 5, verse 20, 23. No? Ephesians chapter 5, verse 23. 23, they say, for the husband is head. Read NKJV version. Read King James version. For the husband is head of the wife, as also Christ is head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Christo Yesu are running office. Now, or I don't know for person over offices. Ya chairman be who say you can't politics and our government exercising authority over a political unit or a set of community or a community. That is politics or government. So when you talk about this, you can say opinion is exercising of authority. When we take you as a leader over something, you are exercising authority. So you see a program you only host. Unless what we say a question and one of your say and so you are presiding over us. Now, Christo Yesu, see a car or your wine. First, Ephesians 5 verse 23, they say, Christ is the head of the what? The church. Now, you can church now, church near the call out. Those who are obeying and doing the regulations of our Lord Jesus Christ. And Omushe Christo Yesu. And Omo Nyankopon atwe o maba ne mu no omo ne asafo no nti meni wo ye Yesu Kristo ne be Yesu Kristo de enko a ase he okopepe ohihini no asu na owi aba be fire and the kingdom ase the kingdom no Kristo Yesu ewo ahinie on our kingdom and obi our kingdom bia no meaning that our the subordinate and na nkofo a odu omo so hini so Kristo and Christ is ruling Onyankopon di hini minia enti Onyankopon ewo edi hini wo hwamu so ewo asafo no so eye hwamu meni wo enu nti Kristo Yesu ame protect political offices and I say those and be a government those things but we are talking about ye separating and say ye can politics and ye can hini ye can say we are say it beti asia we beti politics and government and Asia, who say, Obia or do to me be exercising that political powers or the political energy and our strength, you know. So, you can't enforce what we say, then I mean, enforce what we say, unconscious politics, but who and one queen, not one idea because I want to the here, I was say, with me a corner, and he said, you must always say the truth, and you must let the truth be out. So they are ready. Or kind the book of Matthew, the Great Commission, I think Matthew 28, verse 19. To 20, all go out and baptizing them in the name of the Lord, the Father, and the Son. Whoever believes, and we must go out and go out no enya asoro dem nko a enye offices nko a enye mountain so enye car nko a enye nkuru so but that offices no so e can who be parliament house also e can who be government appointees offices no so e ho can who be anything or the ashe asomafo ne za asomafo na menu e can who be aye Christo actually for Matthew 28 verse 19 no the great commission no we must go out there and preach the word of God. And in Christo Jesus still now ruling over Christians. He is holding the office as a king. Christo Jesus was holding the man in the book of Hebrews. Was holding the man in the Dobano and night acid. And he is ruling as a king of the world. And in Christo Jesus holding office as a king. And a king, let's just say, we are Christo near also all Kenya say, put me as any authority, as any opposition there, say obey. And then I just say, then you must exercise because, as our brother Gansa said, we must be perfect as Jesus Christ, as he was perfect. And it say, and one Kenya Bani, and I'm saying, Christ or Jesus Christ, all presiding as a king of the church, not all your head of the church, you know, not all presiding over the whole world. Oh, Christian, you know, who working here. So also to me running office. Now, all running office now, you act as Jesus Christ. One can say 80%, one can say 2%, and not 50%. You act like Jesus Christ 100%. Some Christians as 100%. We must be as him. Who? Jesus Christ. And what say is a yes Christ 100%. And he said, "You're running office now. You're bravo. You're should buy any or your mindset. And what say yes sir? When you go over." And as a Christian, yes, and now Christian, and into yes, Christian, you're buying those politicians, MPP, NDC, those stars, no, it wasn't there. You miss out money anymore. But Christian, yes, you can say, or no one running office. Jesus Christ is still running office as a king of the world. So he's practicing and he's doing what the Father has given to him. So you're Christian here, you are under Christ, and you are would see anyone in Christian, yes, he is presiding over you. And then he said, "Me running officer, then I must also act as Jesus Christ." And then now, yes, and I say, Christian can also go into politics. I mean, the true politics. I bet you have policy, and I say government as a politician or as a government appointee. Now, why, yeah, said your Christian shall say on ye. Now, Uncle Young Papa, who also radio, me radio, into where we are. Any main can was another mechanism money upon there be that no one who acting as Jesus Christ. So Jesus Christ ruling is ruling in an office, and a Christian you can also have an office, also go into the office, into the office and act and say there Jesus Christ. So who be Samia? Sana meet me at church.
All right. Mpasa mati asiye, but I got some about so. Mpasa mati asiye, but before then, no, let me say a question way. Nam very big comment to kakra menyano, nama basa, but I gansa. Yes, Christo, odi ehene, our a Christo for so. Jesus is a king, on the believers or on the church. The believers na odi hene ewa moso anase ewiase no ahona mpasa beti asiye believers no a Christopher na odi hene omoso anase Yesu Christo odi hene anaso owuri. I want to understand clearly over here that Jesus Christ ruling the world, or is Jesus Christ ruling or a king to only Christians or the church? But before you answer that question, I want you to just clear that one for me. I want to understand perfect, because of where Brother Desmond is coming from. So I want Brother Gansa to clarify that one for me. Is Jesus Christ ruling the world, or is Jesus Christ ruling or a king to only the church or Christians? Before I come to your answer, no. Yeah, Emmanuel Goke, the commenter, I say Jesus Christ is a king. and God who he is almighty president of the world and heaven. All right. I say on ya kan sa no yenim na yenima anke say Jesus Christo oye ohene so na bela Desmond kan no na sanso oye hene oye president ya kan president mu president a on no di president so president bia awo ewiase na osate Matthew chapter 28 verse 18 to 19 or say all authority is from him. If politics is a sin, Jesus Christ would have condemned, but he said we should rather pray for them. Or say Jesus Christ will condemn politics, but or say yemo mpae emo monti say politics eye bonia anka on kante e Christo for say yemo mpae ema amo abayemu no na but I wasn't or say host your speakers needs to be rewarded. In fact, they have facts. But Gansa and Desmond. I'm say manya tofun bebre. Awo yenu imano goke ho. I say my mama won't maybe a bia mo bia no me de tofene best send them why me the best send them ka e dia abramo na mafa. But I want you to clarify this one for us. Nti me ahonment ase yi Jesus Christo ahene a odi no odi wona safo no so ana se a Christo for so ana se odi ahene no a odi whole word so I want you to clarify that one for me.
Yada say esanso ekoswa etiefo na yada omwase say omune atena from Juada ebesi yawada way. Maybe you question anwa yenko the same Matthew now on 30 and chapter 28 verse 18 to 20 name the bepum 20 last verse no. And I'll say me read from the New King James Version. And Jesus came and spoke to them saying, all authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. We should underline some words. Where they underline here, one here, all authority. Two near in heaven and on earth. They underline here, verse 19. Go therefore and make disciples of all the nations. And they underline all the nations. And also, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Verse 20. Teaching them to observe all things. Teaching them to observe all things that I have commanded you. And lo, I am with you always, even to the end of the age. Now, yes, you could say you know, when you were one, a Christopher so, a Christopher Quanso, when you were Nasafa non Quanso, Nemum Odikine, Obi Biara. And as I repeat, we be and one more what at what I see so. Sen ko mun kwa de na sa woti asatipata ati so kwa Yesu Kristo odi hene e wo so because verse me can say all authority one can say some authority all authority it doesn't say all the nations not say on in heaven and on earth no one can say a Cape Coast, one can say Kumasi, one can say US. I say on the earth, in the earth, no so a globe, no, the whole world. The nation now, Odino, Odi, it will be Biara or as I see we use so. Now, Messiah Joshua, as I'm now in a Desmond a year, no, say yes, Christo, one will hold the office, no, say, between Kakafa one, and then Kakavit Nakan say, yes, Christo, about we are saying. Never was a question of the holy office. Never to himself or the holy office because we are all office and all subordinate. Now, so to me, be a snap for any woman I said, yeah, then he was holding an office. An office not holding. And the man Jesus can say, teaching them to observe all the things that I have commanded you. We go there to teach the whole world, the whole nation, the whole country that they should observe everything that Christ has commanded. In the Christo be holding office. An office number here, and nothing now what they start to mean Christo for say we should go there and make them his disciples. Nti yɛkɔ ama yɛn nsɛm a, one, we are not just going to practice politics, but we are also going there to make the world disciples of Christ. And making them disciples, we are going to teach them, say, Christo by and son or castle. So we teach them to observe everything that Christ commanded. Or commanded said we should love ourselves. Or commanded said we should not be corrupt. Or commanded said we should not be greedy. Or commanded said young journey from. Or commanded said a man ye a dupe. Or some commanded said and said ye went to one tree and it's a train when Anthony. Say the time I say it, we Christians no yɛmma ɔman wei mu amanyɔfoɔ no ɛmpɔlute ana sɛ ɔmo control yɛn yɛama amanyɔsɛm na control yɛn ɛno nti ɛna ɛma yɛadwene sɛ ɛno kwan sɛ yɛkɔ politics mu no. Christ indeed was having an office, and that office gave him the right to command us, his disciples or his followers, to go and make disciples of all the nations. And after making them, we are to teach them the honor Christ as I say, the office no crown. Instead of union, that's when they can efficiency no. Cash na etri. Office no. Ono no ye CEO. The me from break edwuma mu. Cash is the CEO. And CEO no our managers are more edwuma on ase. And the managers are Christians, so no cash are for no. And the managers work with customers. We have customer care. So we are the customer care. And as we are the managers, yenni we are see edis our so mombra no be patronize yen ye Christ. By so doing, we will call all the nations, all people in this world to Christ. And no bema yet to me a boom, and no a deep idea, and then go for ever chum a bayan homo, and no become maybe idea ever Christ at him. Do desire me teach him what the man was in the
All right. Mitia just say because God created heaven and earth, because when you go upon and I yes because about of son as he's the king. I get you. All right. Yeah, and yeah, about ko. Inti say from day one, about the do and then last day no. Mo samaze mo point ni na government na upon oje government atumwana ya can asem efa sort and light of the word essentially ya can asem efa partisan politics essentially ya ba say or say did for you officer na sa abc and then you have 5 minutes conclusion to make. Let me go to Brother Desmond. Brother Desmond, from day one, sa ababano, ababisi, and then you say believers should get involved in government. What is your conclusion? Just 5 minutes or less than 5 minutes. What is your conclusion to viewers and the listeners?
All right, me that's a gross statement. Before I say my conclusion, yes or no. Now, the area Christ or Willie officer now or Willie officer. There can't he answer no. See, you can say, and I can make the church, call out, when I'm going every I did it for no bass in the book of Acts chapter 2, about a promotion, or now did you obey your member, no, the one class of no, and into your cassette. So, because when you're going now, only and Kofobia, and I said, church, because when your kingdom, you must get subjects. Subjects in any one more as a phone. So, as a phone, onyankupo really as a phone.
All right. Because of say network disturb in your last man brother Gansa about so my conclusion no about trust.
Okay, medasi and said yeah, you go to yeah church no. Yeah, mechanism from day one, yes, you know, maybe the master baby, you know. The Dicano, politics is not evil. And any idea for politics is not evil, but it is dangerous without spiritual discipline. Idea for politics in the one name who wabra unkura and if you are not spiritually disciplined, you can't practice politics. And no, now if the care is not taken, you go and join the many people who are doing wrong. It doesn't mean say influence is good, but integrity is greater. Ubenya fame bebre, ubenya influence bebre, but nukwedie aso sene say ubejidi. Nti yakọ on je fa she etim say ye ba ma nukwedie na di anim kan. Na ye nkwadwene influence na ebenya no say fame na ebenya no. Because uma fame no di wani kan bebre ya. Wo be free say o say wudi nukure ema Kristo ana say Yankopon. Nti may the partisan politics na ewuram no me say Christians must avoid being controlled by political parties. We must avoid being controlled. Say ye be real politics media. And because say ma kwan ma manyokuo no influence and so we use you control yen. And on na wan hwe yi a most of some because in the property so na na some obeka no and carry weight. Adentia ko some because na kwhye NDC atade ye. Some because na kwhye NPP atade ya original ho a ode ye politics MNPP. E ba sa na listeners are more in this say you are not serious. Internet said that they be ye kase we are some bekania. But more than say who am I yokobia manenya dia e she wutirim. Who could about a box and one winning will be our vote to command and I'm the policy or country. And you can say follow politics blindly. Let's follow good policies. And you can say yes, I'm young people in this. Oh, share obia the policy number or mine. 1, 2, 1 ba that's 3, grow with him and a 4, 1 person nipano umwa. And over first, I say our first allegiance is to God's kingdom, not any party. I never ever say our first allegiance should be to God's kingdom and yet political party. Also, that part, they also think about him any Yankopon. I hindi Yankopon na hindi. But yabaya my mobu ha also na pana party. And you can say yet the sergeant essay. May trust was leadership is powerful, but the soul is priceless. So by you okandini wa mai mu no. Tumi wo mi pa o. Oba se bi mari se what one ya fra say we minister. Who say esompa tumi wo mpa. Like we minister of food. Esompa but can who say wo kra na ti mu no. Enibo priceless. Esombo esensa tumi na wukura no nti ukodi tumi no di kan dwen okra ho se me onua Steven me onua Gansa me onua Desmond ye de nia si wo se me hwe kura yi so ewo yen se enfa se sikasem ho di ante na me ya affect kra na etimi mu a no na ekofesi atembo no ade ba ko se di etimi ni na me do be wi e kra no de me kan say as a Christian you must to stay faithful. You must to stay grounded and also stay with God. Debiano dinukure. Also a jina ujidia na kuro mudiemu. Na kwaso na yeden fa ho etu Onyankopon so. Na wo yesa amanyesem nuwo. Entumi emma unkwati Onyankopon enye abia ense se Kristo ni wo ye. So ni na se Kristo ni ana se Kristofo. Ye ho kwan pa se ye amanyesem. Na mo nye kro positina ana se nye puna wasa ye na ka wi asefo de esuan ye mo eho akade bi na ama ejidifo bi gina so kase ini kwa se ye ho ewure mu corruption enye nipa na mo nipa na practice corruption Yankopon share we bia na onka we bia de we ase
corruption enye nipa na nipa na practice corruption. In fact, yenyanka yeto yesa from gamer yesaba kam because discussion we there me person pono aboa me pa etiefo ne ahefo edamase bebre from day one ebe be do and last day. No, in fact, we have all enjoyed this discussion. No, discussion on the program where we have all enjoyed. Should believers get involved in government? Na yen nuanum ebebre aka say a Christopher there also ye dey ho ehye amanesemu if say e bone pa na Bible po aka say e bone but and ye safi mende ni sa bedu ha no ye say enye bone Bible mo ye say enye bone ye nuanum akire afi the Old Testament nimu sa abisi New Testament nimu amo discussion no am here say onyankopon po e de nipa nom te say Joseph nom ekọ in government mu Daniel nom na Nehemiah nom amo so eboa ewo ahendie mu na New Testament po e kan say ye mo mpaye nti ye nua bi comment mpa already no say ade na ye bone a anka onyankopon anka on kan say ye mo mpaye e mo nti Matthew chapter 5 no verse 13 to 16 no Emma Yehu said Apostle, we are the salt of the earth and we are the light of the world. And he said we are the salt of the earth and we are the light of the world. Argentina yena salt of the earth no yena light of the world no na eba be president na ya shine for the whole world. Yes say ye fata na ye jai Emma Moses for ye the yenja maboson for ye na ma cheche we be na ye salt of the earth ye na ye light of the world dia and Argentina ye nye ministers Argentina ye nye MPs member of parliament Argentina ye hold big positions they say this is name to me and shine to me find some and shine to say president Biblia among Edinam Sam Empo Aqua Shine or word no into a more am my so many facts and biblical proofs. I just say Babono entia amansem Babono and call entia say I say ya day a share government to minimum your share definition of government and politics and Katanoa. You will say Onyakopon or Pepa say the mampo ye be overcome the word no. Before we go, no, but Desmond is on the line. But Desmond, what is your final conclusion? Just 2 minutes, wrap up, and we move on.
All right. But then we can't say call it. I was making some explanation, but because of time, for next time, no. But my last comment I made making is Ghana for Muma Yentiasie. Now all your Christian needs to Muma Yentiasie. Christo. And our Bible ain't Cassentia politics. Bible non Cassentia and yourself. Now, mum, dear, you did me now your Christiania. I also wound out here as any said. Say, Unya Quiniano, Sel Cosebo, Mino, I would ready be a moi, my Christo renew kind. For no current edican, and only a DNA. My mindset, you know, and no focus in AC Radina. So what is because secondly, yen Santias said, Abiena Oqua Coyeno, Jumadiena Oqua Cudino, a yet Jenna, even as Asue Sucram, Bumatin, as Asue, Ubemuatin, now Nagopoini. And it's here be a focus in seeing Nagoposo. Nay, my man said, no, I papa, Nayamu said, your papa said, a Radina Gopon, any a crew for him. Yen Sanka who said, say, I say, would you hear the Benjamin like a channel, any papa? Now, I say, would you hear, dear, the Benjamin Wakatia, like a channel, a Bayakitiapa. Paul say, or Compano Macon, and Micano Matu, the Akano, any including dear about you now, whatever meeting. So, also, betting at Azad in Libya, you must also do as Christ is saying. Arabia, Massambia, Mataka, I will look at woman, a tea, a dunkel, a tea, a Ginsia, a Mudunkel upon their son. I'll say a bros canino, Yanino, Omuyano, Omuko Pier baby. Na a Cobuano, with Canica say, a catch your Yanin is oh, but is that here? A catch Abraham. Almost can never anybody that here moves from a catcher. It ain't here, baby, I know Dano, none of what channel. Now Abraham Casemba Coupe and I'm meeting my hair for and I heard for. Say, Kai said, na Owasa, so Oji, when na onipa wei na ohiani wei deɛ na ɔde awerɛhoɔ na tena aseɛ afei na ne werɛ akyekyerɛ ɔno ɔyɛ ɔdɔmfoɔ no nhyira yɛ ne yɛnte politics ase na ɛma ne nkɔyɛ partisan politics na mmom ɛnyɛ politics a onyankopɔn ɛka no wɔ n'asɛm mu ebi sɛ ɛwɔ Bible mu ɛwɔ onyame asɛm mu sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ etimi ɛka ne yie ne ɛyɛ ne yie ɛwɔ nyame mu na mmom yɛnkɔyɛ partisan ɔnka yɛ ho meda ase paa
Onka Yaho. We also thank you, Brother Desmond and Brother Gansa. Yedemasepa, I say, asem we are discussing, asem kasiepa, a da a piece of war, yentem, baby, na omo can say, government and a party here, also Yakumu, na baby, so I can say, or not the MP, and I say DC, and I say member of parliament in Podier, and compensable compa, but from the one I see and then I had the last day no facts if you Bible mu ama wo neme yenina ya tiase say ampanso believers must get involved in government and the Bible doesn't talk against believers engaging in government. Debida Bible no and kuntia say Christo ni ordinary hobeshe amanesemu. If we say we are the salt of the earth and the light of the world, but it depends on the mindset, and we should be very, very careful that anything that we do, God is going to hold us responsible, and we are going to be accountable to it, because Hebrews chapter 9 verse number 27, for it is appointed for a man to die at once, and after the death there's a judgment. Anything that you do on this earth, you are going to be held responsible. And I know Christians should get involved in government, but the mindset should change people over there, but not for the bad. Onyami shira wa mo a yantumi ankan mo comment ni nyina no mo fa enchen question bia ho ana bibia opase obisa bia no after the program no betumi ebisa na onuanom bekoso na mo answer na me enshira na mo nhye we bia wo bia no obi bia make comment obi bia o hwe mpo make comment bia no na me enshira. Should believers get involved in government? The Bible is saying yes. God bless you. Bye bye.
Bisa wasem bisa say yejai amayonsem ema abosomsom fonko a na say wo mo eteki over e wo parliament na say o mo be hyehyɛ emra bi say ene kwei o Kristo ni bia ma nsom onyankopɔn wa ye be kyew say wo som onyankopɔn ye bekum na say wo mo start say wo mo be hyehyɛ asɔre dan wo mo begugu asɔre a how will Christians survive? Ayasem bisa o me bisa wasem. Okay, jina hoy say yejai amayonsem ema nkramofo na say nkramofo eteki over Ghana ana Africa na say womo eye Africa na Ghana te say Iran obiara eni kwan say owo say osom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo achiri na say yehu say wasi asɔre dan as Christians yekun how will Christian survive? Like in fact enya asem bia me pesa me ka hunahuna, but me pesa logically we reason together. Tienie pa it is very, very dangerous say Ghana and say Africa politicians no ebeye abosomsomfo any nkramofo nko a na eya enkofo bebre to me be some question say so for is it right for a Christian to engage in politics? But then me asama me bisa omo say asam no any say so during election no otu aba no say I no be say is it not politics because okoye no you chose between NDC and MPP and other parties. Etibia I very risky to say generally no ye be ya obi bia from sologism ye be use ne ya draw conclusion bia enya no correct. Never more say a share bibia no say bibi I want the positive side esan so I want the negative side, but then if we are able to control the negative side now then it help us on the positive side no na yetumi adi inkunim menua. When a Christian involved in politics, it is the mindset say obedi atro obeka no kre ana obeye de e wo so oyo na no ena me pese me no ebo enkomo kakra hwe biribio yanko Proverbs chapter 29 verse 2 me use NKJV or say when the righteous are in authority the people rejoice but when a wicked man rules the people groan tie pa o say otinini ni ebedi oman bi so ana kuro bi so a ekofo na ni je by then say the anything more than wicked revolve the oye oboneyefo na say sa enipa ebedi wo so a menua you groom akwada you see say obefa oyawo mu enu just mbisa ni say is it right to say ye betumi a guide ye nuanom a Christopher ebi na wo mo an involve into politics ana ni kwan say yes na me pesa bibisa wa mbisa bi so before mbeto aso are all politicians liars? The answer is no. Are all politicians going to die and go to hell? The answer is be very, very careful. Because the moment you need to come out with good answer. The person bisa say yejai amayonsem ema abosomsom fonkwa. Nasa wamo take over our parliament. Nasa omu behye emra bi say ene kwei o Kristo ni bia mensom onyankopon wa ye beche wo say wo sum onyankopon ye bekum nasa wo mo start say omu behye asore dan omu begugu asore a how will Christians survive ayasem bi say o me bi say wasem okay gina hoy say ye jai amayonsem ema nkramofo nasa nkramofo eteki over Ghana ana Africa nasa wamo eye Africa na Ghana te say Iran obiara eni kwan say owo say osom Kristo ana odi Yesu Kristo achiri nasa